Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 17th to the 23rd, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in booking a private reading or a gift card or a meditation or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below, and I look forward to reading for you. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Scorpio, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We're crowned here, by the Nine of Pentacles reverse. We then have the Knight of Wands reversed, angels and spirit guides. The Tower reverse, I like that for you. The Hierophant reverse, interesting. Okay, the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, okay, this is really interesting, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords reverse, which is really good. We have the Magician reverse, interesting. And we have the Ace of Swords. So let me just check and make sure that everything is in frame. Yay, it is. Okay, so what's really interesting here is that we have this kind of war going on with ourselves. We're a little bit too much in our heads this week, so do be mindful about this. You'll make a decision, you'll be super confident about it, and then you're going to just like tear yourself up inside, be like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done this, I should have done that. Go with your gut. Go with your gut, go with your instincts. That's going to be really important and it's going to be really liberating. Just note that you're going to be stuck in your own head and you'll make a decision and then you'll doubt yourself. So be aware of that and just look at it and say, like, okay, I see the fear. I know I don't want to make a mistake, but I'm not going to let the fear of making a mistake stop me from making a choice. That's going to be really important this week because here with the Nine of Pentacles reverse is that we're going to have a really hard time seeing the prosperity that's all around us. We're going to see everything that we need to do, everything that we need to get done, every way that we could possibly fail. And that's just going to bring anxiety, which it does. And it's going to make us feel like we can't be prosperous. Like we're always going to be on the outside looking in, which isn't the case at all. Actually, we're coming out of a time period that has been quite intense for us. We're also coming out like quite physically from Scorpio time period. We're now going into Sagittarius time period. So we're going to see that as this time period ends, we're embracing the Queen of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. Pay attention to your appearance. I know that this sounds super vain. I guess it is a bit, but make sure that you take care of you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror and say, like, I like who I am. Even if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I should change this, I should change that. Oh, I can't believe this, I can't believe that. If you dress for success, dress in a way that you feel proud about yourself and you're like, I like me. And that's going to be really important. However you feel comfortable in your own skin, claim that because that's going to really help you move forward in just confidence in yourself. So when the Queen of Pentacles comes in, it's planting the seeds, it's prosperity, it's wisdom, it's loving, caring, nurturing. It's like, I got this, but it's also presenting yourself in a way that it's like, I'm rich. And it doesn't mean that you have to, spend the most on everything, right? You don't have to wear like a Versace, sweatshirt, though if you want to, like there's nothing wrong with that. But you don't have to be decked out in designer labels to be like, I've got this. Just in a way that you're like, I feel comfortable in me. I feel proud of me. That's going to be really, really, really important during this time, Scorpio, because with the Knight of Wands, we're going to have a bit of like fiery flare-ups, especially as we transition into Sagittarius time period. Sagittarius time period begins on November 22nd. So just being aware of that for like the last 2 days, Friday, right? Friday, Saturday, right? The last 2 days of this time period, they can be a little bit intense for us. We can come across, energy that makes us kind of upset, or we can find that we're just a bit more irritated or irritable. So just be aware of that. We also really want to react to things, push things forward. It's like, I got this. But we need to just step back because we're coming out of a tower time period. We're coming out of a time where we felt really unstabilized, like really confused, overwhelmed, just like thrown into things. Or, it's even like it can be that we're coming out of a time of like a concussion or a a fall or something that like threw us for a loop. We're like, wow, this threw me for a loop. A tower time period does that. So it can be quite physically that happened to us. It can also be emotionally. And just remember that also things that people congratulate us for is like buying a new house, moving someplace, far away, or just moving, or you know, um, having a child, or getting a new job, or getting into a new relationship, where people are like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. It can be a tower time. It can be a time of, and it is usually a time of tremendous adjustment. And sometimes we can be sitting there being like, I should be super happy. Why aren't I? So just being aware of that is going to be really important for us. So we're coming out of this time period. It's a time period of enlightenment, of, you know, of things being shaken up and our mind being blown. It's like, wow, I never looked at it this way before. I never saw things like that before this situation happened. It brings us to the Hierophant reversed. We're going to want to fit in really, really, really intensely. That's also a really big theme with this week, where, sometimes some signs are embracing that, this is me, this is how I'm fitting into the world. And other signs are sitting there and saying, but I have to be just like this, right? This is how I have to fit in. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is the top-down structure. This is exactly what role I'm supposed to be, checking off in this scheme of life. Instead of saying, this is my soul, this is myself. I have to be kind and authentic to me. It doesn't mean that we need to quit our job and join the circus. So that's, we're particularly talented at circus things and we want to. What this means is that we're going to be sitting there and saying to ourselves, this is what being a grown-up is, right? This is what you're supposed to be doing. It doesn't matter if you're miserable. It doesn't matter this. It doesn't matter that. This is what you have to do. And sometimes, yeah, you do have to do what you don't want to do because you have responsibilities. But you can also be, in the spare moment saying, I have to change this because I have to be happy in my life. If you're here, okay, if you've stumbled across this channel, if you've been here for a while, first of all, welcome, or thank you for being here for so long and being part of this family. And welcome to becoming part of this family. But you're most likely a highly sensitive person. You feel the world more than everybody else does, or most people do. And when people say just buck it up or shake it off, it's hard. And so acknowledging that within ourselves and taking care of ourselves accordingly can be life-changing. Just to say to ourselves, sensitivity isn't a dirty word. It is an important way to look at ourselves and see our soul and see our connection, because we feel like we're on the outside looking in. And we feel like we're always going to be struggling with making money, with being successful, with being prosperous, because we can't be the ruthless, heartless people that, can just cut their way to the top and not care. There's too much caring. So make caring work for you. Get out of your own head, get out of your own way. And with the Wheel of Fortune, note that this is a time of transition and change. This is a time of taking the enlightenment and saying, I need to move forward like this for me. I need to see this like this for me. It's going to be a time of revelations. And this week we can fight them, or we can say, and we could say, as we were fighting them, we could say, like, I know I have to be just like this. It's time to stop being so silly and just be like everybody else. You're not meant to be like everybody else. You're meant to stand out, and you're meant to be in love with you. With the Seven of Swords, you're getting rid of a lot of lies. You're embracing prosperity and success. The Queen of Pentacles is not poor. She is prosperous. She is successful. She is loyal. She is charming. She's the epitome of of bounty, of just of abundance overflowing. And that's what we're embracing during this time, this nurturing abundance that overflows. It's not giving to everybody else so there's nothing left within us. It is being nurturing and compassionate and overflowing with love for our lives and for ourselves. It's letting go of lies, lies that others have told us, lies that we've held onto from now, from the past, from past lives, from past experiences. It's letting go of this and saying, I believe in me. With the magician, this is going to be a little tricky because we're not honoring our magic. And like this time period and this week is about, spirit double dog daring us to say, honor your heart, honor this time period, honor what you love, see yourself, and move forward in this glory. It moves us to the Ace of Swords. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing you a gift of clarity, of insight, of cutting through doubts, fears, and negativity, and saying, I am successful and I am changing my world. We just have to be brave enough to say it. All right. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Raven reverse, and this says, the universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. And we are stubbornly saying, no, no, thank you. I'm going to stay just like this. And they're going to keep on coming until we're like hit over the head with a frying pan, like in some sort of cartoon. And this knowledge and this instinct coming forward and us finally accepting us. That's going to be really important. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Two of Pentacles. We're going to take on a lot during this time, Scorpio, and it can be overwhelming. We need to keep ourselves in balance. We're also going to need to acknowledge that our emotions can be everywhere. So calming and centering ourselves, making sure that we are safeguarding our sleep, we're safeguarding, our connection with what we love. That's going to be a really important thing, that we are in balance with us. It brings us then to our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is family. Family is just going to be sacredly important to us. Those people who are, literally family, those people who have become family to us, embracing our root chakra, embracing the grounding of ourselves. That is super important. Our subconscious spirit message is the meadowlark reversed, and it says, smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. And that's reversed. And we're a little bit scared of that. So just be aware of this energy during this time, that this beautiful new world is opening up to us. And Spirit's like, don't be so afraid of taking this gift. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is, again, the Tower reverse. We are building after a time that things have fallen apart, after a time of destruction. And yeah, it is destruction. It's like taking what we thought we knew and turning it on its head. And now we have to trust ourselves again. And that can be a little bit difficult. So just being aware and being kind to ourselves, because that can also just paralyze us and be like, oh no, we're frozen. We just can't make a decision, can't move. And we have to acknowledge that within us and say, okay, now it's time to be kind to me. Now it's time to be compassionate to me and open up these doors. It moves us then to our chakra energy. And this is inspiration reverse. This is the sacral chakra. This is our sensual energy. This is our creative energy. There's a blockage here. So tapping our kidneys, with kind of like the okay sign, right? But tapping our kidneys like this, or with the back of our hands, massaging our kidneys, massaging our tailbone, or tapping our tailbone. That's a great way to relieve blockages in our sacral chakra, so we can let the inspiration flow, because we can be feeling very uninspired. We can be feeling very like everything is monotonous or just a drudgery. And life is never changing the way that we want it to. And we can get very nihilistic within our own hearts and within our own selves. So just be aware of that and show yourself compassion, because sometimes the road is tough, right? Sometimes it is overwhelming, but also knowing that that's just a season, and that we are blossoming into, we're embracing the wheel of fortune. Things are changing in a way that we hadn't expected that they could, or that they would. And it moves us then to the Page of Swords reverse. This is very common for this time period. Subconsciously, we are going to be doubting our inner child self, our inner child voice. We're also going to have a lot of lies that were told to us when we were little, by our caretakers, by our teachers, by friends, that they stuck it to us, and we're like, oh, well, this is a truth about me. And we've been believing it for too long. And now it's like, I need to let that go. I need to see myself and define myself as me, not as people thought I would be, or not as people labeled me as and hurt me as and misused me as. And so with the Ace of Swords coming in, as we embrace our inner child, we're going to embrace our inner voice. And we're going to find that we have a huge compassion for ourselves in a way that we just didn't before. Okay. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.